What is up, guys? I'm DJ Justin X. I'm gonna be covering the update for Ninjala Season 3, since Season 3 just dropped pretty much last night. Now, this update, the Season 3 title screen starting off here, and then the theme of Season 3. The theme of Season 3 is dragons, as it says here, which is freaking amazing, because dragons are awesome. Now, in this update, from the dev diary number 10 on YouTube, they said that they made a lot of changes to this game, obviously, especially with matchmaking and ranked, and then they also added a new spectator mode. But today I'm gonna be covering all of that in this patch notes here. Now, starting off with the kind of miscellaneous things, chapter 2 for the story mode has been released, featuring Baraka as the protagonist in this story. 2 new gun weapons, Popeye and Cerberus. I'll be covering those in another video on their own in the weapon analysis series. And then the new stage, Croissant Arena. This stage is huge. It's tall and it's big, and it has a lot of drones, and it has all the previous gimmicks in the stages, mainly the gum rails and the dash panels. New features, the in-game specialty shop. So basically, you just the specialty shop is all the past cosmetics that was from the rotating shop. We all now have access to all that at the same time, so you could just go back and buy any previous cosmetic that appeared in the shop, which is amazing. Spectator mode, which is great for tournaments and stuff. The new UI layout and base screen. It might be a little harder to watch out for that, but basically, like, the loading screens are all different now and stuff, which is pretty cool. Kind of did not expect that. A non-combat area for team battles, so basically just a giant circle. You standing and you won't get hit by your teammates while waiting to battle. And then Ninjala code claim special presence. I'm curious why they added this for now. We'll see what that'll be used for anyways. The number of registrable favorites in the class is 20, which is good, so you now save 20 I guess presets, which is cool. And then this is a big one, buying the ninja pass make it so the gum weapon skins will not be consumed. That's amazing. That's fantastic, because everybody's been complaining about the limited skins, which makes sense. So that's why they made the change, which is fantastic. And then this is a special one. 4 types of stickers will be useful for communication has been added to the group of stickers selectable from the start, and these are all the stickers: attack, help, over here, and thanks. These are just pretty good in general, I guess, for basic communication if you're playing ranked solo, because there is no voice chat or anything, so I guess it's pretty good. And now the main part of the video, the weapon buffs and nerfs. Starting off with the Ippon Katana and the Scroll Blade. Attack combo for normal, back, and Y attacks has been shortened, and the attack cancel timing against charging slash when the gum break connects has been quickened. Now, this first point, as it says right here, with this adjustment, combo time has been shortened, so it will be possible to defeat your opponents faster. So yeah, so that's literally what it says. You can attack, you basically combo faster, because, like, I guess because the downtime between hits is lessened, so you can combo faster and defeat your opponents faster. So that's a buff. That's honestly a buff. And this is the only change that they got basically It says the second one is the attack cancel timing is charging slash when a gun break connects has been quickened. I guess that means coming out of charging slash. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but I'll definitely test that out to see what it is. Next, the drill beast and the cornbat. They got the same change as the katanas up here with this first point. The second point, change the number of back attack hits from 3 to 2, which is the teleport, so that is not easily affected by lag issues. That's actually a smart change. And then to compensate for that, they increase the back attack damage, so it's basically the same amount of damage, I believe. It just that has 2 hits now to compensate with lag, which makes sense. And then the wide attack for both of them has been adjusted. Changed the rise during attack for the second attack, which is normal 1 hit, and then wide attack right after, which is the rising spin. They basically made that one more consistent if you're like in the air, because before it would go like really high and so it just felt really weird, but now they made it like lower and it feels better basically. And then increased duration of hit detection for the third attack, which is the little drill spin, because if you do normal attack 1 2 3 and then do wide for the finisher, then that's that attack they're talking about. And then the special here and there has been adjusted so that the movement is possible immediately after diving into the ground. That's basically what it says. After you go in the ground, you can move quicker. Like you can start moving quicker. Pretty straightforward, pretty good. And then attack cancel timing, I guess here or there when a gun break connects has been quickened. So I guess that's the same change as the katana. So I guess if you gun break somebody and then press the special, it comes out faster, I guess. That's what that means. And then their notes and the adjustment, we have made various enhancements, including adjustments to here and there. Combo time has been shortened so it's possible to feature opponents faster. By reducing the number of hits or back attack, it allows for combos to finish faster. So they're basically just overall increasing the speed of attacks with the katanas, which is, I guess, is overall a good thing. Moving on to the skate hammer and the sushi axe. The only thing that they touch with these weapons is the wide attack, and they made some like actual good changes to the wide attack, because the wide attack is one of the important moves on the skate hammer and sushi axe, and they basically buffed it. The first change accelerated the occurrence of attacks, so when it spin, like the spin hits are faster, so when it's in the middle of spinning and you hit your opponent, that is much faster now. Adjusted combo hit count and damage dealt. They said adjusted, but they made it do less damage than before. Yeah, just does less damage than before. Next, you can now cancel faster when proceeding to your next action after a hit connects. So basically, if you do wide attack and then normal or back attack is now like you can cancel into it faster, so it's less downtime basically, and that change is actually very, very noticeable. It's very noticeable, really, really good. Next is distance travel when attacking has also been increased, making it easier to land attacks. So if an opponent is further away from you and then you initiate the wide attack, it has more distance. It has more, it gets more distance now, and it's quite noticeable as well, which is a really good change. And then the final one is reduce ninjutsu gauge rate of increase. So basically the charge for the ninjutsu is lowered, which makes sense because before the skate hammer and sushi X could get it really fast, especially with the sushi X, because tornado charges way faster than Tenchi Muyo. And I've just seen like in tournaments where the sushi X could just repeatedly get tornado over and over again. So that's understandable. Next, we go over to the Iron Nose and Drumbeat. Now these two weapons been getting buffed and buffed and buffed. Now these weapons are really, really good. Normal attacks have been received following adjustments. Accelerate the occurrence of attacks. Accelerated the occurrence of sonic bullets. Distance travel when attacking has also been increased, making it easier to land attacks. Basically what it is, they gave it more range with the normal attacks and gave it more distance. And the next is the back attack. Now for this change, I did not see this coming, and this probably makes it very good. For set duration during back attacks, it will now guard against normal attacks, just like how the skate hammer and the sushi axe, their back attack has a little diamond blue flash before it attacks that can deflect off normal attacks. An opponent using a normal attack against you, and it's only for normal attacks. It's not for wide attacks or other back attacks. It's only for normal. It will the opponent will deflect off you and you take 0 damage. Now that's on the that's on the sound hammers and their back attacks, and they also did it for the special too, which is more scary because echoing scream is really good. And then increase the duration of hit detection for the back attack. Wide attack, same change as the skate hammer. Accelerated occurrence of attacks, straightforward. And then same thing for echoing scream as well. Accelerated the occurrence of attacks, which is interesting. And then the guard against normal attack thing I just explained. Next is the Ninja Yo-Yo and the Shinobi Spinner. These two weapons were the top tier weapons of the game, basically like a little bit after season 2 started. Now these weapons, I'm just going to tell you straight up, these weapons basically got nerfed, but they kind of got a little bit of power shift as well. The first change here, the first through 4th hits of wide attack combos have received the following adjustments. Yo-Yo Elite may now be cancelled when the attack misses. It can now be cancelled by jumping or with a gun boost. The yo-yo will no longer be set when canceled early, and hit detection range has been reduced. Alright, so this first change when it says yo-yo elite may be cancelled, so basically if you do the wide attack, like do normal 1 and then wide attack and then press the special button, it will throw the yo-yo instead of doing the warp attack, which is pretty good because it basically gives it more combo potential. That's what they did with the yo-yo in this patch. They gave it more combo potential in its normal attacks instead of just spamming the special button over again. And then when attack misses, it can now be cancelled by jumping or gun boost, so which is really good because if you whiffed it, you had the, because before if you whiffed a wide attack, you have to you have to play out the whole animation, and then it has to set up the yo-yo and then you can move. But now you can basically just jump out of it faster, which is really good. And then that same change is also on hit as well. It's more noticeable on hit. And now when you jump cancel, it doesn't get set up, so you can just do another normal attack again, which gives it more combo potential in the normal and the regular attacks. Yep, on hit, no set would be canceled early, then hit detection range has been reduced. So basically the range is smaller because the range on wide attacks were really big. Next, damage for the first hit of wide attacks has been reduced, which makes sense, which is the first wide attack, the regular one. If you just press down and then ZR, talking about that one. Distance travel with follow-up 2 with follow-up attack hits 2 through 4 has been increased on the normal attacks. That's kind of noticeable too. Distance travel when attacking with gun break has also been increased, making it easier to land attack. Now this change is really noticeable because you go quite a distance. It's very noticeable. And then this is the main nerf of the weapon to yo-yo leap. Cancellation timing at unleashing has been delayed. Attack speed at unleashing has been delayed. Homing ability has also been reduced. Increased downtime when pulling back a yo-yo. Change the reaction when pulling back yo-yo with a gun break, and cancel timing with warp attack lands has been sped up. So let me highlight all this. So basically, as soon as you press the button, when your character throws out the yo-yo, that initial animation where they look like they're charging it up, that has been slowed down and you can now more easily see it. So basically when they throw out the yo-yo, it's slower now, and it feels very slow as well. The attack speed, the attack speed has been delayed, which is basically that too. The cancellation timing has been delayed, so you can't infinite somebody by pressing Y, jump ZR. The homing ability has also been reduced, kind of like the change that it's like the change that they did to the back attack a long time ago. Increased downtime for when pulling back yo-yo, so the recall comes back slower, which makes sense. And then change the reaction when pulling back a yo-yo with a gun break, because before, if you press ZR to recall, no, if you press R to recall the yo-yo, it would put the opponent in the spin stun. Now it no longer does that. It just knocks them back, like if you hit an opponent with a wide attack, which makes sense because yo-yo leap was actually overpowered. This one ability made the weapon overpowered because people could just throw it out because it had a lot of range, and then you could just infinite people. And then also when you recall it didn't activate an S-burst, so you could probably just wait out the S-burst and just do it again. It was very easy, and a lot of people were very upset with it. But now it's been nerfed, and now honestly the yo-yos are more balanced now. Sorry for my sniffling. I don't know why my nose started acting up, but the yo-yos are much more balanced. They're probably mid-tier now, or a little bit lower under mid-tier. I'm probably still gonna play the Ninja yo-yo though. These changes to me don't really affect me that much, so it's just whatever. Yeah, that's basically it. And then the notes that they said, but I want to read this bottom one real quick. Although the strength of yo-yo leap itself is reduced, we have strengthening the wide attack to compensate, allowing for new attack strategies. So yeah, they gave it more combo potentials. And then this first sentence here, after careful review, we determined that yo-yo leap was overpowered. Which, all in all, looking at it, yeah, it technically was overpowered. Next, we have the mellow and the trick ball. These weapons got pretty big buffs as well. Normal attacks, distance travel when attacking has been increased, making it easier to land attacks and shorten attack combo time. So yeah, they have more range. Well, not more range, but they travel forward further, which technically gives more range. You just move your character forward faster, and then shorten attack combo time, just like the katanas. So now the weapons are pretty fast. They can attack fast. Back attacks, cancel timing when attack lands has been sped up. Cancel timing when attack misses has been sped up. Reduce damage for direct hits, and increase damage when the blast connects. Total damage has been reduced for big weapons only. Because back attack, if you miss back attack on the trick ball and mellow, you were left open for a while. And these two right here that I highlighted are very noticeable changes. You you can just get out the way now. These weapons are really good now. Wide attacks. The second hit will initiate earlier, and cancel timing when attack lands has been sped up, and cancel timing when attack misses and sped up. This needed these two changes very, very badly. Wide attack, if you whiffed wide attack, you were not getting out of there. You might as well just went to sleep, because the delay on it was very, very long and left very punishable if you whiffed. But now it's very noticeable, and you can cancel it pretty fast. It's like almost half the time now, I would say. If I'm estimating, it's about like almost half. So that's really good. And then beyond the gum, hit reaction has been altered so that immobilization will occur right in that place. So basically, when you connect beyond the gum and transform somebody, they will stop moving in the place they are at for like a second. So now you can attack them and it will guarantee the attack will connect. Because I think sometimes the opponent will like move, like fall if they're like in the air, maybe they like fall out. It was like a weird interaction, but now the opponent just stays in place for a second, and that guarantees you will attack them at least one time and start the combo, which is fantastic. Next, the Matsuri board and common contemplate, they only got one change. Reduce immobilization on your side when guarding the second to fourth hits of wide attack. I guess that's like the combo version of the wide attack, which is weird because you don't really get gum guarded against that too often because you're in the middle of a combo anyways. So this change is weird to me. And then the surfboards, technically surfboards, distance travel with the first hit of normal attack has been increased, which is a buff. It's kind of crazy. The following adjustment has been made to the second hit of normal attacks and back attacks. Change the number of hits from 3 to 2, just like the drill beast and the corn bat. And this adjustment will not affect the total damage done by the combo. So yeah, so it still does 300 damage total, which is really, really crazy in my opinion. And then the last change, when the first hit of wide attack is guarded, immobilization on the opponent's side has increased. This is an interesting change. So now if you're playing the Home Run Surfer or the Ninja Caliber and you do a wide attack and somebody guards it, you will now have the advantage after you hit their gum guard. So you're going to land on the ground first and be able to move first. I don't know how plus is it, because that's called plus, because you have the first advantage. I don't know how much an advantage you have, but it's going to be some kind of advantage. It might not be that much, and what I'm saying could be irrelevant, but that's just a possibility. And then next we have ninjutsu change, which is the only one, to Tenchi Muyo, which probably is needed. Hit detection range has been reduced. So basically, because it's weird, because it says the hit detection range, not the actual range. I don't know why they do word the range. It's basically the range has been reduced. Because Tenchi Muyo, because like when it comes out and you're not the person using it, the radius of it is enormous. But now they tone it back a bit. Now some ranges in the previous patch are not going to work at all in this patch, which is kind of needed because Tenchi Muyo is really cheap. Ninjutsu, it's fun to use, by the way, don't get me wrong, it's fun to use, but it's also really cheap because as soon as you hit the button you're completely invincible, and then if you grab an opponent it's an instant kill. So this change makes sense. Next, Gumshoe Kunai. Kunai's been reduced. This was pretty needed because Kunai had a lot of downtime, especially on the Iron Noise, because this had that, and the Iron Noise was slow last patch, but now has been reduced. So now Scrollblade is gonna be even stronger. I think Scrollblade is probably gonna be like A+ tier now. And then the other changes to S Energy, Usasimi, and Usasimi Master, which is a ninja card. This first change to S Energy, it says the rate at which S Energy is naturally recovered has been increased. When I first read this, I thought this was a nerf because the way they worded it. The rate at which S Energy is naturally recovered has been increased, but no, I don't think it's a nerf, because when I was in the training room when I played, the S Energy gain, the natural S Energy gain when I was running around is faster, so I think this is a buff. So they buffed the S Energy gain, so now you're gonna be getting S Energy faster, which is interesting. So you can just zoom around the map more with gum boost, which is very, very interesting. So I guess they're trying to speed up the game a little bit. Next change to Usasimi: if you suffer damage, guard, or parry after pressing the Usasimi button before entering the transformation, the Usasimi will no longer occur. I don't use Usasimi before getting hit anyways, because you're trying to engage on the opponent. Only use it when I'm trying to recover health and flee the fight. But whatever, change. And then next to Usasimi Master, which is the card, the time duration until Usasimi breaks after being set has been reduced. This was weird to read, so we're just gonna read the developer note. They said, after careful review, we determined Usasimi Master is overpowered, and that allowed players to counter by using Usasimi immediately before being hit with an attack. I didn't even know this was a thing. I've never seen it, so I didn't know about it. This adjustment will make it more difficult to use Usasimi as a counter, which I guess makes sense. But then combos with Usasimi to directly attack clones will still be possible. So people that run this card aggressively, this literally has no change, because that's all I've seen. I've only seen people use it in combos to help the gun bind faster. The next, it's an important part, which is matching rank matches. I think they basically fixed ranked, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I think I just gotta watch more people play and we'll see what people say. But I think they almost entirely fixed ranked just with this update. I'm trying to see. Okay, with this update, we have adjusted the matching algorithm to prevent new players from being matched with intermediate or advanced players, which is fantastic, because before I've seen people complain about this. People would be like apprentice, adept, or vanguard, which is the lowest 3 ranks in the game, and they'd be getting matched with super ninja, legendary ninja, and ninja gods, and they had no chance of winning anyways. But now it says specifically players of apprentice, adept, or vanguard will only be matched with other players of the same or similar rank, which is fantastic. Now all the new players and the lower ranked players will now have a even experience. For players from elite to ninja god ranks, priority will be given to other players of the same or similar rank. However, in the event that such opponents cannot be found, matching will be conducted with players of divergent ranks. So basically that's what they had before, but now the lowest rank that can start to do that is elite, which is right after Vanguard. So I guess it's something. And then for team battle rings, this one's huge. Matching will be conducted based on the average rank of each team, with opponent teams of similar rank being selected. So now, if you're in a team of 4 and you're playing ranked, the game will take your 4 ranks and then average them out and try to find opponents of that similar average, which is really good. And then with free matches, quick matching will be given relatively high priority, which makes sense because it's free mode. There's no ranks. You're just playing to have fun or whatever. And then the rating calculation. This is basically for points. With this update, we have fundamentally overhauled the rating calculation system. When a high ranked player lost to a low ranked player, or in team battles with extreme rank differentials, decreases in rating were excessive, which was ridiculous. The numbers people, like the amount of points people lost, was actually crazy. With this update, high ranking players will see less severe rating drops in the situation. Furthermore, team battles rating fluctuations will now be unified for all team members regardless of placing. Highlight this. So that basically, now people on the same team will lose the same amount of points. It's not going to be less or more for one person depending on your rank. Now the whole team loses the same amount of points, which could be good or bad in some situations, but it basically just makes it even. That is actually fantastic. Season 3 Ninjala is the best so far. It's insane how much they did, how much they actually fixed, and how much they listened to the community. This game, I think this game is in its prime, like right now, in the beginning of season 3 right now. The best time to be playing this game. And then matching adjustments. Oh yeah, frequent exits from lobby will now be addressed by temporary restriction of matching. It's basically the people that dodge people in ranked because they didn't want to fight certain players. And then resolution known issue, which is the bug fixes. They're not gonna name, but I'm gonna read the first one. Fix issue where network or router environment could result in matchmaking not being possible, which was weird because if you're connected to the internet, you should be able to search for matches in the first place. Whatever. But yeah, that about does it for this. For version 3 of Ninjala. I know this video is gonna be pretty long after I finish recording this. I did talk a lot, like I usually do. But yeah, so my thoughts on this patch. This patch is fantastic. This game is in its prime right now. If you want to play this game, this is probably the best time to do it. As of right now, in the beginning of season 3, the weapon changes were fantastic. All of them were pretty much fantastic. New stickers. This patch is amazing. And then the season 3 theme is dragons, which dragons are amazing. They always have been and always will be. But that about does it for this video. I'm DJ Justin X. And I will see you all in the next Ninjala video. See ya.